Hello everyone, Amod here from Retarget Common YouTube channel. And in previous video, we have already learned and created just simple JSON object and nested JSON object. Yes, I hope that you remember those concepts. Okay, so in this particular video, we are going to write JSON path for simple and nested JSON object. Okay, so in this video, I am going to cover very basics and just to make you understand how can you think and write for simple, because if you are able to write for simple, so whatever JSON you get, okay, you can write it easily. Okay, so let's go to Eclipse and start writing some code. So before that, in last video I have written these lines of code, right, which was printing the JSON object only, right? But there is some change, there is some format change. Okay, so let me run it and show you. So here, if you see, okay, so you can see this is proper JSON and this is proper JSON, right? Means whenever we are using the get method, right? Get method, we are not specifying any particular data type like get string or get int and all, right? So that time it is giving me proper one, right? But whenever I am trying to use the get string, means I want to get the root node as a string. So you can see all the curly braces will be replaced via by using this one square bracket, and all the equal to will be replaced by colon. Okay, so that is difference between these two output actually. Whenever you are trying to get the root node as a string, so this is happening. Okay, so why this is happening, I am not able to find it, but yeah, this is happening, and I also observed in previous video itself. Okay, so I just thought that I should share this thing with you. Okay, now let's go to actual topic. So let's start with the writing the JSON path for simple JSON object. Okay, what I'll do, I'll create a new class called class JSON path for simple JSON object. Okay, okay. So what I'll do, simple thing. First, I need to go and store the JSON object, right? So I'll store as a string only, string JSON object. Okay, and whatever we have created in last video, okay, same simple JSON object I am going to use. So go here and I have copied it separately, copy it, paste it here. So wantedly I have created this JSON object which contains all types of values, not all but at least whatever is useful, whatever we can see, like if you understand for some data type, obviously you can get the concept for any other data types as well. Okay, so before writing JSON path, we need to get the JSON path instance for this JSON object. Okay, so for that there are multiple ways. Let me go with simple way where I can create an object of JSON path class. Okay, JSON path. Okay, note here it is coming from registered packet itself. Okay, I will use the JP new JSON path. Okay, and the JSON path has many overloaded constructor and pass the string. Okay, because we have the JSON object as a string. Okay, so I have stored it and I got the JSON path instance for this particular JSON object. Now we can write the JSON path. Okay, so suppose if I want to fetch the value of first name, right? So see here, we are here on top. Okay, root node. Okay, so in HTML document also stuff from HTML, right? HTML tag. Same thing here. So we are on top. Okay. So from there I can go to first name. I can go to last name. I can go to age. I can go to address easily, right? There's nothing like first I have to go. Okay, don't go about that one instrument, but simple. Suppose there's one flat. There's one flat. This guy is very rich and he has all the rooms, right? And in any room you can go easily. Okay, because all the rooms are visible, are like on front, and you can go to any room directly. Okay, so that's why if you want to go to room first name or last name, you can go directly. Directly means you can use gp dot get. What happened? Okay, what is the problem? I have not created the main method or any test. So let me use the main method itself. Okay, let me cut and paste it here. Now I can use the call the method jp dot get string. Okay, because I know that this is a string value, so I will use the JSON path. Okay, so what I need to do? I need to do first name. Okay, pass it directly because we are on top and you can directly jump to first name. Okay, and obviously we are using the get string, then it will return you a string value. Okay, you should be careful. Okay, which data we are using. Okay, sys out first name. Okay, first name. So hopefully it is printing correctly. I got one more question which was asked by someone. Suppose if the dollar is root node, right? And other things are like root is the parent, dollar is the parent, right? So these things should be children of that, right? So I should use dollar dot first name, right? Dollar dot last name, because if I'm saying that dollar is the root node, then obviously for any child element we need in JSON path we need to use dot operator, right? Let me go and use the dollar sign here. Okay, dollar sign dot. Okay, because dollar represents the root node, I am using dot just to represent its child. Dollar dot first name. Okay, let me see what is output now. Null. Why null? When you will get the null? When JSON path is not found. Correct? Actually, what is happening in this situation, they no need to specify this particular thing. Okay, because it is by default assuming that okay, from root node I need to look for JSON path. Okay, when I'm typing dollar dot first name, so actually it is thinking that this is a key somewhere. Okay, and that key dot first name is the value. Sorry, is the JSON path. Okay, so that's why don't use the dollar explicitly. Okay, you just need to understand, you need to write the JSON path whatever you can see, and VSSO will do rest of the thing. There's no need to specify the root node. Okay, okay, perfect. Now suppose I want to face a value of age, okay, which is integers. What you need to do? jp dot get int, right? Get int, give the path here, age. Why we can give the age directly? Because age is direct child of root node. Okay, now don't that initially I said that you can jump to any node here. Okay, but age or first name or last name or any node here are direct children of root node. Okay, that's why I can specify directly, specify um, like this age. So obviously what it will return you a int. Let me store into a proper variable int age. The report sets out age. Okay, same thing for boolean. Okay, so we have method called jp dot get boolean. Okay, and pass the path like married. Okay, married, and boolean married. Okay, sys out married. Now we might confuse for this salary. Okay, what type of value it is? 10.50. Obviously it is not integer, right? So byte sort int long we cannot use. Okay, means there's something differently, it will truncate and also don't go for that concept because that is purely Java concept. But here let me do jp dot get float. Okay, let me start with the float first, and what I'll do, salary. Okay, what I'll do, I'll store into float. I have float salary. Okay, and this out. Okay, so I use the float and it will run it. Because float and double both can hold the decimal values, right? So it is working fine. You can use double as well. gp dot get double. Okay, salary, but you need to use here double salary diu is using. Okay, this out salary d. Okay, so it's done it now. Okay, so it is working fine because it's this particular value can be accommodated in both float or double. That's why this is not giving any error. Okay, because both data type can hold the decimal values. Okay, so this is the way we need to write the JSON path for simple JSON object. So you need to remember, don't use dollar sign explicitly. Okay, don't use dollar sign explicitly. Now let's go and learn to write the JSON path for nested JSON object. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll copy the same class. Okay, and I'll just change the name as nested JSON object. Okay, nested JSON object. Let me close other things. Close others. Let me copy it from here because this is nested JSON object means JSON object inside JSON object. That is simple definition of nested JSON object. You must have heard of nested if, means if inside if. Nested JSON object means JSON object inside JSON object. Right, cool. Now something we need to see here. If you understand this JSON nested JSON object, we know that this first name, last name, age, address, and salary, married, right? These are direct children or immediate children of root node, right? But here address is elder son, okay, and he got married and he got another 4 children, right? So flat number is son of maybe whatever. Fair number is child of address and address is child of root node. Okay, so if you want to go for flat number children child, what you need to do? You need to go to address from your root node. Then you need to go to flat number. Okay, just for see example, like suppose there's one room. In that room, there's one cupboard, right? Inside cupboard we have drawer. Okay, so if you want to go for a drawer and you need to pick something, what you need to do? You need to go to inside that room first, then go to what you call a cupboard. Okay, then open the drawer. Okay, so you are going inside, right? So same thing you need to use. Same way you need to use the JSON path. Okay, in JSON path to represent any child element, you need to use dot operator. Okay, so what I need to do? Suppose I want to fetch the value of flat number. What you need to use jp dot get int, right? Get int. What I can do? I need to write the JSON path. Okay, I need to finish it as soon as possible. So here, what I need to do? Use the address. Okay, because we know that there's no need to specify the dollar symbol. Address dot flat number. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So what I did, I simply wrote one JSON path for to fetch the value of flat number, okay, which is a nested child. Okay, simply what I need to do, you need to go from, you need to come to address field, then to come to flat number. Okay, same thing for building name, same for street name, same for pin. Okay, so if you have deeply nested, suppose inside street name also you have another JSON object. Simply you need to use dot dot dot. Okay, if you're writing XPath, we use single slash. Okay, to represent the immediate child. Same concept that single slash is represent is replaced using the dot operation in JSON path. Okay, so let me go and run this code. Okay, so it will work perfectly fine. Int fn, okay, flat number, not first name. This out. Okay, so let me run it. Okay, so we can see the printing 401. Okay, so similarly, you can write for building name and street name. There's so many ways you can do. Okay, okay, perfect. Perfect here. So, okay, so this is the way we can write the JSON path for simply nested JSON object. I'm not going too much in detail because there's so many things to cover, but yeah, basics should be strong. So if you get any nested JSON object, just a note here, I'm not covering it, I'm not including any array part as of now. Okay, that will cover in next video. Okay, so here if you are getting any nested JSON object to any level, you just need to use the dot operator. Okay, before that, I need to cover one thing. We cannot use this one, square bracket. Okay, because why I'm covering this concept, because whenever you are, suppose you need to, you are struggling to find some JSON path. Okay, and you might get this concept to represent the child element. You need to use the dot, you need to use this one, square bracket. Okay, so let me run it. Let's see what is the output. It is failed. Okay, and if you see the output, it is showing exception in thread main, illegal argument exception. The parameter flat number was used but not defined. Okay, you're not getting right. Define parameter using something something. What is that? Okay, so we'll cover that concept later. What is params? Okay, but if you're using any key, okay, or if you represent any child element using this square bracket, it will not work. This is supported in JV JSON path. That is another library. In the SSO JSON path, it will not support. Okay, so you need to use always you need to use the dot symbol to represent any child element. Okay, so just for example, suppose here we have another child, right? Suppose if we have another one, suppose okay, suppose we have this one. So we have again some deeply nested JSON object. So what if suppose I need to reach K1, what I need to do from root node? I need to come to address, then to come to street name, okay, then K1. So means address dot street name dot K1. Okay, perfect. So I think you should be able to understand this. Let me show you one more example. What will happen? What will happen? JP dot get. Okay, use the get, and I'm just part saying address. Okay, if I'm passing first name, so it holds my string value. I'm passing only address. Let's see what it prints this time. Okay, because I am not sure about the data type here, right? So I'm simply passing the key which holds under JSON object. Okay, let me run it. So let me print it. So I hope that you should be able to get it. What should be the output? So 401 and flat number, right? So here, whenever you're using this particular address, it will go and it will find this one, right? This portion only, right? Which it will understand a normal JSON object, right? You're passing address, okay? Whatever I will I will print everything. That's all. If you're using get, if you're using the calling the root node at the top, right here, so it will print everything. If you're calling here, okay, so it will print this content. Okay, so that's the way it works. So I hope this should be easy for you. And let me cover the JSON array and JSON path for JSON array, then you can practice. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can comment here or you can drop me a text or mail. And if you really like my videos, please like, subscribe, share, because I really need your support. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.